Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Karen Fazio, and in my day job, I'm the Worldwide Marketing Director for Microsoft's One Commercial Partner business. But I am also a proud co-founder for Women in Cloud. I just want to thank you again for joining our session today, Lead with Purpose, Aligning Your Career, and the Stuff That Lights You Up. What I'd like to do before we get going is sort of just take you through some of the features that we'll share in today's presentation. I'm having a hard time seeing the slides. Basically, maybe we just keep going. Oh, the slides aren't visible yet, looks like. We'll give it one more shot. There they are. Thank you. So, you know, this is while it is one of our side panels, this is still an opportunity to connect and share and be very active in the chat. It's been great. You know, our morning sessions, huge inspiration, but a lot of that energy came from all of you. So we definitely want to keep that momentum going. Next slide. So let's start with this in the chat today to get us going. If you could have any celebrity be your best friend, who would you pick? Let's see what's coming up in the chat. Dolly Parton, Nelson Mandela, wow, Brene Brown, oh yeah, Oprah, Michelle, yeah, Michelle, right? I think she's everyone's best friend. Personally, I would probably say Gloria Steinem. Awesome. Taylor Swift, yeah, she's been doing a lot, speaking up and using her influence for good. Love it. Reese Witherspoon, yes. I love what she says about, at what point do we ever say, what should we do? It's usually we're the ones that know what to do, right? So in today's session, the primary objective here is to hear from people who are living with purpose, right? Who have figured out a way to bring that North Star of purpose into their day-to-day, into their careers, into their businesses. And we'll have a great discussion with some thought leaders in that space. We'll also have a moment to take a look at the workbook. So for those of you that have downloaded that content, we've got a great way for you to follow along and actually use this opportunity almost like a workshop. And then we'll talk about next steps and other things that we can enjoy in the conference today. So as we start digging into this particular topic of purpose and leading with purpose, I'm encouraged by the shift in how much purpose-driven leadership is showing up in the most leading companies around the world, especially in tech. A few terms that are often associated with purpose-driven narratives include things like social impact. You've probably heard things like business for good, benefit corporations, also known as B Corps, stakeholder capitalism, inclusive economy, right? I hear these words and they give me energy, like they give me new space to think about. And there's a lot of research behind this way of thinking that it excites me and inspires me to continue to want to see more of our leadership embracing this kind of approach. There's a lot of research that's showing the benefit of doing that. Purpose-driven leaders align the aspects of running an organization with core values and beliefs. In today's marketplace, consumers and employees alike expect companies to make decisions not that are just good for the company, but are also good for society. In a Harris poll of over 1,000 customer reactions to the COVID-19 crisis, More than 80% of respondents said that they would remember which companies did the right thing by their workers in dealing with safety measures or efforts to avoid layoffs. 3/4 said they wouldn't forget those businesses that took missteps long after this crisis ends. In a recent Harvard study, C-level executives from across 28 companies in the United States, Europe, and India had an average compound annual growth rate of 30% or more in the previous 5 years shown, where purpose played an important part to their strategic goals. It helped companies redefine the playing field. It allowed them to reshape their value proposition, and in turn, it enabled them to overcome the challenges of slowing growth and declining profitability. And let's also call attention to the Business Roundtable statement on the purpose of corporations, endorsed by over 180 CEOs, representing nearly 30% of total US market capitalization. Within the statement is a call to enable fair compensation practices, training and education to remain relevant in rapidly changing world, and fostering diversity, inclusion, dignity, and respect. These are interesting terms, right? Interesting things to sort of bring into what it means to be a successful corporation, a successful industry leader. Creating fair and ethical dealings with suppliers, respecting communities, protecting the environment, embracing sustainability practices, all of things are very evolved thinking, most certainly an evolved perspective from the former maxim that we're quite familiar with from the 1970s, where it was stated over and over again that the sole purpose of a corporation is to create profit. We have definitely come a long way in thinking. Successful purpose-driven companies have this in common. They take what a Harvard study refers to as a hybrid organizing approach, which involves 4 levers: setting and monitoring social goals alongside financial ones, structuring the organization to support both socially and financially oriented activities, hiring and socializing employees to embrace both of these things, and practicing that dual-minded leadership, that thinking with purpose and business success together. It's harder, but it can be done, and companies are seeing success doing it. The goal is to create an operating model that has an expanded focus beyond revenue, costs, completion dates. It explores the effectiveness of the services you provide to your customers. And this is where we can activate high creativity, where inclusion creates more opportunity. Things like helping organizations access all forms of readiness or digital changes. This is an excellent differentiator and offers a wider range of services to your customers. To fully draw on the power of purpose, you want to activate diversity of perspective. You want to enable inclusive behaviors that draws more experiences from across your talent ecosystem. You want your talent from the very first moment of recruitment to understand the purpose of your company and hear the role that they have in contributing and leading in that purpose.